ladies. All right, the first thing, ladies and gentlemen, I need to see if the audio's popping tonight. Let me see. Do we have audio? Let me see here. If we have audio here tonight on a Monday. Let's see here. Do we have audio? Do we have? We do have audio here tonight, so we're ready to get on the way here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had a little bit of a once again an update, and always every time there's an update, it mutes the microphone. So good to see we do have audio here tonight on a Monday. How's everybody doing on the show tonight, man? Last night the live stream was really bad. You guys were flatter than a old lady's ass. Hopefully you guys can have a better outing tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on the show. Anyways, so let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. So the Texans, right, they're welcoming Deshaun Watson back from his suspension. He's activated today, man. Browns have officially added Deshaun Watson to their 50-man roster. Today, he is slated to start Sunday versus the Houston Texans. And to make room on their roster for Deshaun Watson, the Browns have released quarterback Joshua Dobbs. So here we go. Deshaun Watson officially activated. Let's see here more stuff. Aaron Rodgers was worried he punctured his lung last night when he was having a hard time breathing, but X-rays did not show that. Aaron Rodgers will undergo additional testing today on his ribs to see if there's any fracture on the ribs. Okay. 49ers Elijah Mitchell sustained a possible MCL sprain during Sunday's win over the Saints, per head coach Kyle Shanahan. Elijah Mitchell dealt with an MCL sprain earlier this season, but the team suspects this one is not as bad as the one testing ahead. Rams head coach Sean McVay told reporters that wide receiver Allen Robinson needs foot surgery and will miss the rest of the season. Man, what a shitty ass year it's been for Allen Robinson, man. Jesus Christ, now he has a broken foot. Let's see here, more stuff. Let's see here. Tristan Wirf is hurt. He has a leg injury. Hopefully he's okay. That's the last thing the fucking Buccaneers need to lose Tristan Wirfs, the freaking offensive lineman. Let's see here. Daniel Mooney got here for the Bears. Terran Armstead got hurt for the Dolphins, another good offensive lineman. A bunch of injuries, man. How about some college news? Freaking Luke Fickell is going to the freaking Wisconsin Badgers. Luke Fickell lives in Cincinnati to go to Wisconsin. I believe also freaking Matt Rule is going to be the next head coach in Nebraska. So a lot of coaching moves in college football. I believe Arizona State hired Oregon's offensive coordinator to be their head coach. So a lot of stuff going on, man. Deion Sanders might leave to go coach the Colorado University. So we'll see, man. But anyways, man, let's talk about some of these games that happened last night in the National Football League. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we started off with the freaking. These games didn't look very good on paper, but they delivered, man. Most of them, man. Browns upsetting the Buccaneers 23-17 in overtime. Who would have thought that, man? Bengals barely surviving the Titans 2016. The rematch of last year's divisional playoff. That once again, just like in the playoffs, the Bengals get the win. This is probably maybe the only ass whooping of the night, right? Dolphins beat the Texans 30-15. Although, like I said, they lost their freaking their offensive lineman. Hopefully, he's okay. Jets beat the Bears 31-10. Mike White played much better than Zach Wilson, so he might be the quarterback in the future. Commanders beat Falcons 19-13. Commanders continue to win, man. All of the NFC East 4 teams would be in the playoffs right now if it started. That's crazy. Panthers beat the freaking Broncos 23-10, man. There was a video showing of a defensive player yelling at Russell Wilson. Apparently they are fed up with Russell Wilson. I'm pretty sure Nathaniel Hackett will be fired. I'm pretty sure. Jaguars upset the Ravens 28-27. Jesus Christ, man. Freaking Ravens, man. You gotta stop losing to teams like this, man. Jesus Christ. Chargers at the end there beat the Cardinals 25-24, man. Nice win for the Chargers. Raiders beat the Seahawks 40-34. I believe what's his face? Josh Jacobs had 229 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. He had a hell of a game tonight. That Josh Jacobs, man, he was fantastic, winning the game-winning touchdown there at the end. Great game by the 49 by the Raiders. I beg your pardon. Chiefs beat the Rams 26-10, and 49ers beat the Saints 13-0. And then Sunday Night Football, man, we saw the Eagles versus the Packers, and what ended up being a freaking shootout, man. 40-33, man. What a freaking shootout this was. Aaron Rodgers, man, leaving the game, I believe, late in the third quarter. Pendejo face for Rodgers, man. I believe it was, 34-20 when he got hurt. They're saying he entered the game with a broken thumb and now possible broken ribs. But Jordan Love came in there and he played pretty damn good, man. He played pretty good. At the end there, 40-33, man. They played them good, man. The thing was they couldn't stop the running game, man. But also the Packers had a good offensive day too. So Rodgers went 11 for 16, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The first one wasn't really his fault. They got tipped up in the air, and then the Eagles defender just caught it. The second one was his fault. So 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns as well. Jordan Love finished with 113 yards, 1 touchdown. He threw 9 passes, completed 6 of them. Not bad for Jordan Love, man. A.J. Dillon, 64 yards, 1 touchdown. Aaron Jones, 43 yards, 0 touchdowns. Christian Watson, 4 catches, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Aaron Jones, 3 catches, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Aaron Lazard, all of a sudden, there was a play there where I thought Jordan Love had him up openly for a touchdown, and he flat out missed him. But let's look at the Eagles, man. Jalen Hurts, 16 out of 28, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also ran for 157 yards. Jalen Hurts, man, 157 yards. Miles Sanders ran for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jesus Christ, man, as a team, they ran for 263 yards. That is a bunch of freaking rushing yards for the Philadelphia Eagles. They had no answer for neither Jalen Hurts or Miles Sanders. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown each had 4 catches. Quez Watkins had a touchdown. A.J. Brown had the other touchdown. But good shit, man. But yeah, man, the defense, both defenses were really bad, man. Both of them. 40-33 is your final score, man. A shootout. And like I said, I thought this week delivered. On paper, maybe outside of the Bengals and Titans, it didn't look the greatest. But we saw the Browns upsetting the Buccaneers, the Jaguars upsetting the Ravens, the Raiders upsetting the Seahawks. At the end there, the Chargers, in exciting fashion, being the Cardinals. And then we had that fun shootout game on Sunday Night Football between the Packers and the Eagles. This week delivered a lot better than I thought, man. It really did. Great week of football, man. Obviously, Thanksgiving games were good too. Bills winning game at the end there, 20-25. And then Vikings and Patriots, same thing. Was a freaking shootout, 33-26. These games delivered, man. Great week 12, man. It really was. Let's go to the National Basketball Association here tonight on a Monday. Let's see here. Not a lot of basketball news. I think as a Thanksgiving. Gordon Hayward has a broken shoulder. Jesus Christ, he will be reevaluated. All right. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, not a lot of basketball news. On this Thanksgiving weekend. The Phoenix Suns have promoted general manager James Jones to president of... Hey, congratulations, James Jones, man. Former player with LeBron James, man. He played with LeBron James both with the Cavaliers and the Miami Heat. So now he's doing great as an executive, man. Dallas Mavericks plan to sign Kemba Walker. The Dallas Mavericks need a lot of help, man. They really do. I think they lost 4 in a row. They need a lot of help, so they get Kemba Walker. We'll see if he does anything. Pelicans guard CJ McCollum has entered health and safety protocols. All right, that's it. We know Patrick Beverley gets suspended for 3 games. We already know that. All right, let's look at the standings real quick in the National Basketball. We haven't looked at them since Friday. We might as well. Boston at number 1, Milwaukee number 2, Cleveland number 3, Indiana number 4, Atlanta number 5, Philadelphia number 6, Toronto number 7, Washington number 8, Brooklyn number 9, Miami number 10. If the playoff would start today, Chicago would miss the playoffs, and Brooklyn and Miami would have to be in the play-in. Philadelphia climbing up slowly. They got themselves out of the play-in. But yeah, man. Indiana still at 4, man. Jesus Christ. But Philadelphia's slowly getting better. Let's see if they can continue to get better once they get all their players back from injuries. In the West, Phoenix is 1, Denver is 2, Memphis is 3, New Orleans is 4, Clippers are 5, Sacramento 6, Portland is 7, Utah is 8, Golden State is 9, Minnesota is 10. If the playoffs started today, the Lakers and the Mavericks would be out. The Golden State Warriors, the Portland Trailblazers, the Minnesota Timberwolves would be in the play-in. Utah Jazz are starting to fall to reality. As they have gone from 1 to 8, they are falling off. So the Portland Trailblazers, things maybe starting to look a little bit more realistic as we enter December, with Phoenix at 1, Denver at 2, Memphis at 3, New Orleans at 4. They're starting to look a little bit more realistic. But Dallas, Minnesota, Golden State, I still expect them to rise up. But it's starting to look a little bit more normal, these standings as we head into December. I can see Phoenix, Denver, Memphis, Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland all being top seeds, man. So as we enter December, maybe the standings finally getting more realistic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some baseball news. So Jose Abreu is going to the freaking Astros. 3 years, $20 million. But I believe is it 3 years, 20? It's 3 years, $20 million a year. I don't know how much. That's not a lot of money if it's just $20 million for 3 years exactly. Let's see here. Oh no, it's $60 million. Okay, so 3 years, $60 million. It's $20 million a year. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Only $20 million for 3 years for Jose Abreu. So no, it's gonna be 3 years, $60 million, $20 million a year. So Jose Abreu joins the Astros. He replaces Yuli Gurriel. Damn, man. They just got better. To me, Jose Abreu's a better player than Yuli Gurriel, man. They just got better, man. Jesus Christ. Astros get Jose Abreu. Damn. Jesus Christ, man. And then Justin Verlander is talking to the Yankees and the Mets and the Dodgers. He's interviewing with them. Jesus Christ. Word is Dodgers are meeting with Justin Verlander today. Would fit their preference for big talent on short-term deals. With, of course, very high. Both New York teams interested in Verlander as well. Even the Mets could get into it. Damn. Imagine the Mets do Gron, Scherzer, and Verlander. Jesus Christ. Mike Clevenger to go to the White Sox. Mike Clevenger to the Chicago White Sox. All right, White Sox. That means probably that Johnny Cueto's not going to come back to the White Sox then if they got Mike Clevenger. Julio Teheran is going to the Padres. So Julio Teheran and the Padres. Carlos Santana went to the freaking Pirates. Jesus Christ, Santana to the Pirates. Wow, he's probably gonna get traded probably sometime around June, July, trade deadline. All right, but yeah, that's about it. So we did get some baseball news, man. Mike Clevenger to the Chicago White Sox, Carlos Santana to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Jose Abreu to the Houston Astros, man. Jesus Christ, man. This baseball thing's starting to move on, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. Oh shit, let me talk about college football. College football. So this was the final regular season week in college football. The last week is for the conference championship game, so we'll see, man. But yeah, we had freaking Mississippi State beat Ole Miss 24-22. We had Tulum beat Cincinnati 27-24. We had Texas beat Baylor 38-27. North Carolina State upset North Carolina State. North Carolina 30-27. Jesus Christ. UCLA beats California 35-28. Florida State beats Florida 45-38. Georgia beats Georgia Tech 37-14. Michigan, what a game, 45-23 beats Ohio State. I believe in this game, it was 2017 at halftime. Ohio State was winning, and then freaking Michigan outscored them like 28-3 in the second half, man. Jesus Christ. They had no answer for the running back, man. He killed them. Freaking Donovan Edwards, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. J.J. McCarthy had a great game too. 3 touchdowns on the air, and then another one running. J.J. McCarthy completely outplaying C.J. Stroud, who two touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions. One of them he kind of went on pendejo mode. He just flipped it, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing. And I think the other one kind of got tipped in the air, but the receivers had a good game. Freaking Emeka Uboka, 9 catches, a touchdown, 125 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr., 7 catches, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. But man, the story in this game was the running back Donovan Edwards, man. Jesus Christ, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was killing them, man. Jesus Christ. And like I said, I thought J.J. McCarthy outplayed C.J. Stroud in this game. J.J. McCarthy, man, what a game. And like I said, man, it was at halftime, man. The freaking score at halftime was freaking 2017 at halftime, man. And then freaking Michigan outscored them 28-3 in the second half, man. Jesus Christ. But yeah, great win for Michigan. South Carolina upsets Clemson 31-30. Jesus Christ, pendejo face for Clemson. Kentucky upsets Louisville 26-13. Alabama beats Auburn 49-27. Oregon State upsets Oregon 38-34. Jesus Christ, man. At one point, Oregon led this game freaking 31-10. 31-10, man. And they got scored at the end there. Jesus Christ, like they got outscored at the end there. What was it, like same thing, 28 to like fucking 3? Same ass thing as the freaking Michigan Ohio State game. Jesus Christ, what a comeback from Oregon State from being down 31-10, winning 38-34. Jesus Christ. TCU flat out destroys Iowa State 62-14. Penn State beats Michigan State 35-16. Utah beats Colorado 63-21. Texas A&M upsets LSU 38-23. It's finished. LSU will not be going to the playoffs. They're done. Central Florida beats South Florida 45-39. USC beats Notre Dame 38-37, man. They had no answer for Caleb Williams, and with the way C.J. Stroud played and the lost, probably Caleb Williams probably clinched the Heisman, man, as he went freaking 18 for 22, 232 yards, 1 touchdown, but then he also ran for 35 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 on the air. He was fantastic tonight with Sel Williams. And then the running back that two, Austin Jones, 154 yards. He played good. But yeah, man, they had no answer for Sel Williams, man. They really didn't. Honestly, man, pendejo face. Notre Dame's quarterback, Drew Pine, 23 for 26, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns. You could say he actually had a better game on the air, right? Throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. But obviously, he doesn't have the ability to run as freaking Sel Williams, right? Jesus Christ. But anyways, they ran for 204 yards. Notre Dame only ran for 90 yards. That's the difference. But anyways, yeah, 38-27. USC wins. Tennessee gets back on track after losing to 63 points. Now they put up 56 versus Vanderbilt. They take their frustrations out on Vanderbilt. Kansas State beats Kansas 47-27. And Washington beats Washington State 51-33, ladies and gentlemen. And then so we are set for our freaking our games, man. Our conference championship starts on Friday. Pac-12, Utah versus USC should be a good game. And then on Saturday, freaking the Big 12 championship, Kansas State versus TCU. SEC championship, LSU versus Georgia. And then freaking Big Ten, this is going to be an ass whooping, man. Michigan versus Purdue, it's probably going to be an ass whooping for the Big Ten. And hopefully the ACC championship game is good. Clemson, North Carolina. I mean, Clemson already lost to Notre Dame and South Carolina, so they could lose to South Carolina. We'll see. But yeah, those are definitely going to be the best 3 games probably to watch. The Big 12, Utah, USC. The SEC, LSU, Georgia, and the ACC championship, Clemson, North Carolina. We'll see what the hell happens, man. Should be fun, man. Should be fun. No cock. Anyways, let's talk some wrestling here tonight on a Monday. All right. I can never remember when was the last we talked about wrestling on. So I think let's see here. What the date was? What, November 25 today? So I think we did talk about this on CM Punk not happy with the Elite trolling. Kenny Omega comments on using AEW star comments on CM. I think we did talk about this one. So I think we have to go to this one. I think this is the last article. So Randy Orton had back surgery. It's the same back surgery that Shawn Michaels had years ago. It was 4 years. So they're saying his career could be over. We'll see what happens. I don't think it will be. They always say that and then they come back. But it will take him a while before he comes back. Randy Orton, man. Jesus Christ. Speedy recovery for Randy Orton, man. So, CM Punk, man, they're saying Dynamite. AEW has no interest in buying his contract out. So, they're saying it is possible he can come back. We'll see, man. Maybe in March. Maybe in frickin' March he'll make a comeback. We'll see. Let's see here. So they're saying Triple H right before War Games, he posted on Twitter it wouldn't feel War Games without this, and he posted a video of all the times William Regal said War Games, War Games, War Games when he was in NXT and they were doing War Games. So a lot of people, I believe William Regal contract expires around March. A lot of people are saying don't be surprised if William Regal goes back to WWE, especially once this MJF John Moxley storyline is over. We'll see, man. That's still about, another 4 months left? Well, 3-4 months left. We'll see. But Dave Meltzer said there's for sure some possibilities William Regal can end up going back to WWE sometime in 2023. All right, we'll see. Sasha Banks is continuing to tease stuff. I don't even care about it anymore. She put a picture of like working out, and she put hashtag WWE, hashtag AEW. I'm starting to lose interest in the boss, Sasha Banks. No cock. I really am, man. It's getting boring. They asked Triple H in the press conference if he thinks War Games will become an annual thing for Survivor Series. He said he doesn't know yet. He said it's something they have to evaluate as a company, but it could be a possibility, man. You know, he talked about how they asked him about the pay-per-views, you know, all the pay-per-views that are named after matches like Hell in a Cell, Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber, and he was like, well, we were talking and we just feel that it doesn't make sense for, you know, for me, like the Hell in a Cell is like it's like, I'm gonna challenge you to a Hell in a Cell match. I had enough of you. I want you in Hell in a Cell, and people are not gonna challenge you to. I had enough of you. I'm gonna challenge you with 5 other guys to a Money in the Bank briefcase match, or I had enough of you. I'm gonna challenge you to a Elimination Chamber match. Whatever. It doesn't make sense. So that's why the philosophy is behind only taking out the Hell in a Cell, but they're probably still gonna keep the Money in the Bank and the Elimination Chamber as pay-per-views. So we'll see, man. Also, he joked about Austin Theory's career being dead 2 weeks ago, but now it's revived with winning the United States Championship. I think he was kind of joking about it. Bianca Belair says she would like to fight Charlotte Flair at night 2 of WrestleMania, so she wants to main event the whole show. I don't think that's going to happen, honey. And then in an interview, Mandy Rose said, even though she's still young, she said she's starting to think about wrestling and like retirement. But she says, yes, I want to have married and get kids one day. But we'll see. And a bunch of Hall of Famers are expected to be at NXT this week to make an announcement for the match. What is it called? The Elimination, whatever the fuck it's going to be called. It's going to be pretty much the match that's going to replace War Games now in NXT, now that War Games is on the main roster. And they think the only reason they're having these Hall of Fames there to announce the match and who's going to be participating in the match is to get the ratings up. You know, they're trying to get the ratings up. And then New Japan, man, I guess you couldn't make noises, you couldn't scream in Japan at the wrestling shows because of the COVID restrictions. But now officially it got lifted. Jesus Christ. I'm guessing because they didn't want people to spit out their saliva. But damn, for over 2 years, that's been a thing. It finally got lifted this weekend. Jesus Christ, man. Holy cow. That's a long time. Let's see here. And we have one final news article, and then we'll call it a night. So Jake Hager with that stupid hat gimmick, it feels more like a WWE comedy storyline, but apparently people like it. Now he's posting all over Instagram. He went to go take a gas, and he as he was filling up his car with gas, he had no shirt on. He just had his hat on. Whatever. Let's see here. So they're saying that the idea right now is that Roman Reigns is going to face Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal Championship at Royal Rumble. And then it's going to lead off to maybe him facing Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber, which is going to be in Sami Zayn's hometown of Montreal, Canada. And then eventually it's going to lead to the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the WWE Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. Apparently that's a long-term storyline. But there is fear, though, that Jey Uso might have broken his hand during the War Games match on Saturday. Hopefully that is not the case, man. But there are some people that believe he might have broken his hand, man. Jesus Christ. And then they're saying Brian Kendrick is back in WWE as an executive. Obviously, he hasn't been in WWE or wrestling for a few years because he said that a bunch of stuff like 9/11 or school shootings are fake, and he was saying a bunch of conspiracy stuff. So he kind of got canceled for a little bit, but I guess he's finally back in WWE as a producer. We'll see how that goes. Rampage is not doing good. I mean, you could tell they're desperate. They had the fucking show on at 3 o'clock on Friday this past week. Yeah, I don't know what the ratings are officially, but they're saying their average viewers are about 55 years old. So they're getting a bunch of old people watching their show. But they can't get any younger fans to watch. So yeah, man, that show, man, I would not be surprised like when the new TV deals come up for AEW with Bro Discovery Turner. They either have drop that show or repackage it, make it probably 2 hours or something, and maybe change the time in the day, because that show, it's a clusterfuck. Now you got wrestling at 3 o'clock on a Friday. It's just not working out, man. If anything, you should do that on the weekends, right? If you're gonna put a show during the daytime. Ricky Steamboat freaking wrestled this weekend. Jesus Christ, he's like 65 years old, and he had a match. I guess he's trying to. He got inspired by Ric Flair having his match a few months ago. Jesus Christ, Ricky Steamboat back in the ring. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess let's talk about Survivor Series. Survivor Series. Let's see here. Survivor. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the card for this shit? Oh, man. All right, whatever. So the show starts. There was only 5 matches. The show starts off with freaking the War Games women's match. It was a good match. Obviously, the control, damage control. Nikki Cross, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Nia James, and Becky Lynch were all in the match. It was a good match back and forth. It lasted like I believe 40 minutes. Nothing too special happened, but at the end there, what's her face? Io did a freaking backflip off the top of the rope. I believe Nikki Cross did a crossbody as well from the top. But at the end there, Becky Lynch was the one that won it with a freaking off the top rope. She did a freaking leg drop on the tables. I believe she got both Io and Dakota Kai and that's how she won the match. And Becky Lynch won the match for her team. Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Nia James. So they won the match, and it was good, whatever, you know. And then we had the freaking AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. It wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. I thought Finn Balor had a way better match with Edge a few months ago at Extreme Rules, especially with the ending with Beth Phoenix getting freaking concerto by Rhea Ripley and forcing Edge to watch. Hopefully, there's more to this storyline because this was not a 5 stars match. These guys are better than this. You know, they came out, you know, with the original club and the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Dominic, and then, you know, eventually it led to Damian Priest and Dominic and Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson brawling all over the crowd, leaving AJ Styles and Finn Balor alone. AJ Styles beats him with a phenomenal elbow, you know, whatever. They're definitely capable of having a better match. And then we had Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi. This was probably the worst match of the night. You know, at one point they tried to do something like on the ropes, like maybe like a tornado DDT, which would have, I think, was supposed to have Ronda Rousey land head first on the floor, but they messed it up. They have a funny spot where they had the crowd involved, and they took the fans out. It was obviously, they were saying it was fake fans, but I thought it was kind of funny and creative. Obviously, at the end, freaking Ronda Rousey makes Shotzi tap out, you know, whatever. And then we had the Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory triple threat match. This match, I thought it was going to be better too. At the end there, it ends with freaking Bobby Lashley hitting the spear on Seth Rollins, but then Austin Theory taking out Bobby Lashley and him taking advantage and pinning Rollins. And Austin Theory's your new freaking U.S. champion again. So, look, I think Austin Theory's going to be fine. Like I said, I felt this was more Triple H. Like, we're going to make Austin Theory a star, but we're going to do it my way, not Vince McMahon's way. And, you know, he said this freaking briefcase is still part of the Vince McMahon era. So, Triple H, it seemed like that really bothered him. So, I think that was really it. He just wanted to take the briefcase away from him because he thought that was a Vince thing. And he seems to be scratching everything out that he didn't like from Vince. Whether it was the Money in the Bank, the 24/7 championship. But yeah, Seth Rollins, man, what a shitty ass year for him, man. Lost at WrestleMania, wasn't even a part of SummerSlam. He lost Royal Rumble, he lost to the Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble, or he got disqualified. Lost at WrestleMania to Cody Rhodes. Lost 3 matches to Cody Rhodes. Wasn't part of SummerSlam. Then at Extreme Rules, lost the main event to Matt Riddle. And then loses Survivor Series. Very bad year for Seth Rollins, man. Very bad. Might have been his worst year in the 10 years he's been in WWE, man. So Austin Theory's your new United States Championship. Last match was Bloodline versus Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens. The best match of the night, man. The whole night, you know, you're teasing, you know, they're trying to see, you know, why the fuck did you lie to Jey Uso about meeting with Kevin Owens? And then Sami Zayn confesses to Roman Reigns. I did meet with him. I just didn't want to tell Jey because he already has trust issues with me. I didn't want it to be distracting for our match on SmackDown. Roman, I guess, believes him. But then, you know, they start the match, and obviously because the Brawling Brutes won the advantage, they got to have the extra men in there in the beginning. So they got both Rich Holland and Butch beating the hell out of Jey. And then it's time for the Bloodline to put in another member. And obviously his twin brother, Jimmy, runs out to try to save him. Roman Reigns pulls him back, and he forces Sami to, hey, that's the guy you have the problems with. Go rescue him right now as he's getting beat up. And so Sami Zayn goes in there, and yeah, I mean, there was a point I think he's going to get kicked, and Sami Zayn pushed Jey out of the way, but then Jey accidentally super kicks Sami, which Jey didn't even give a shit about. But then at the end there, man, after he super kicks him, he's laying down, Kevin Owens hits the stunner on Roman Reigns, and he's going to pin him, and right as he's about to hit, the referee's about to count to 3, Sami Zayn comes in, he stops the 3 count. And then, you know, Kevin Owens can't believe it. And then he hits Kevin Owens in the balls. And then he looks like he doesn't know what the fuck to do because that's his best friend. And obviously he wants to be part of the Bloodline. And then I think he asked Roman Reigns to finish it. And Roman Reigns says yes. And then he hits him with the Holuba kick. And then he just, Jey Uso, he gets on the top rope. And Sami Zayn just says, yeah, take him out. Here you go. And Jey Uso hits the frog splash off the top rope. And that's it. Jey Uso pins him. And the Bloodline win the match. After the match, finally, Jey Uso acknowledges Sami Zayn and he hugs him. And I guess officially, at least for now, the Bloodline is all good. Man, they win again. They're probably as strong, as tight as ever with now Sami Zayn and Jey Uso getting along. And now, like I said, there's rumors that they want to do all this stuff the next few months. Like I said, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. Then Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber, and then finish it off with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos for the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. So they're trying to build this up the next 3-4 months. Now remember, they're saying that Jey Uso might have broken his wrist. Now that's not a big deal to me. Right now, you have a bunch of time right now, 2 months. So if there's some type of injury, you would have time to recover. WrestleMania is not until April. You still have about 5 months for that. So there's still time to recover. But it was a good show, but we never got that. Maybe at the end, but it was more of the storyline than the actual match. We just never got that match that kept us on the edge of our seat, like, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I thought it was gonna be maybe AJ Styles and Balor, or maybe the triple threat match for the US. But no, everything was like, I don't know. I wanted that match where it's like, who the fuck's gonna win? Like, I'm at the edge of my seat, and we just never got that. Like I said, the story they told with Sami Zayn, and that final match, obviously with Jey Uso, was pretty damn good. But the matches were good, but nothing like none of these 5 matches are gonna probably be candidates for like match of the year. None of them. So yeah, man, that's it. Elimination, War Games Survivor Series, probably give it like a B maybe. But ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm Malik. Have a good night, everybody. Yeah.